Patreon.com/shadesandtrades if you want to join the private Discord for trade alerts. Cool, thanks, man. I made over 50%. I'm really excited. Advice on when to buy and sell makes the difference of thousands of dollars. So again, patreon.com/shadesandtrades for trade alerts. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in this video I'm going to talk about how to trade the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame is the most boring time frame to trade because you literally buy and then you sit there for a whole month. You heard that correctly. You buy and you sit there for a whole month and then you take profit at the end of that month. Let me show you an example here on, let's go with QBTS. It's a quantum stock. And I will show you something very interesting, right? So the goal of the strategy is I am going to buy at the beginning of the month, right? That's the strategy. That's the monthly time frame strategy. You buy at the beginning of the month. And when you buy at the beginning of the month, you are placing a bet. And that bet is I am betting that this stock is going to go up and close on a green monthly candle. And as you can see here, QBTS stock is a great example of this, right? If you bought, let's say at the beginning of May, right? If you bought at the beginning of May at $20, well, it's, what is this, May 29 as of this video? So you got 2 more days, oh, no. Yeah, the market opens on the 1st. Yeah, on the 1st of June. So essentially, if you bought at the beginning of May 1st, on Friday, May 1st, and you sold on Monday, let's say you sold on Monday at exactly $30. Let's just say you sold at exactly $30, you bought at $20. That's a 50% move. Right? Right? 20 to 30, that's a 50% move. Now, think about what I just said though. You're trading the monthly candle. You're trading the monthly time frame. What does that mean? It means you're going to buy at the beginning of the month. In this case, if you want to take the risk, you buy at the beginning of June. As soon as June 1st comes around, right? A few days from now, when it's June 1st, you buy. You load the boat because you are betting that it's going to go up and have another green month. Okay, you load up Andrew first, and then you take profit at the end of the month, which in this case, let me check, just to make sure. Yeah, so you would, on Monday, this coming Monday, June 1st, you would jump in, right? You would jump in, and then on the 30th, a Tuesday, you take profit. That's what you do. That's it. That's the strategy. You buy on the 1st, sell on the last day of the month, rinse and repeat. So the only downside is, well, what if you buy and it turns out to be a red month? Ooh, right? There's red months along the way. So what does that mean, guys? It means ouch. That's what that means. So you buy here and it closed. Yeah, you bought at 27.50 and it closed at 21.25. And for those of you who have been following this channel a long time, you know that I don't use stop losses. I don't need stop losses. Stop losses aren't necessary if you're trading good companies or companies that have hype cycles that send it to new highs. So I'm going to pull up the daily time frame, and you can see very clearly on the daily time frame, right? We get to a new peak, drop to a low, new peak, low, new high, low, new high at $46. We drop to a low of $12, and here we go again. The cycles just keep repeating, right? So a stock in this case like QBTS, even if you hold the bag, you're gonna be all right because it always comes back higher. And that's because it's a good company. It is speculative, yes, but that does not change the underlying price action. So what I'm saying is there will be times where you buy and there will be red months. And in those months, you got to be like George Costanza. You hold through the red because you know it's going to come back up. And when it comes back up for you, you're going to have a nice green month and you're going to make money, and then you do it all over again. That's the, I mean, you guys know my purple line strategy. What's my purple line strategy? It has no stop loss, because the stop loss completely invalidates the strategy at that point. It just makes it garbage, because you're just constantly losing as everything crashes lower under the purple line. So the monthly time frame strategy is the same way. It's the same way. No stop loss. You buy on the 1st, sell on the 30th. That is all there is to it. Don't overthink it. If you want to do it safer, if you want to play it safe, there's plenty of other stocks you can trade. You can trade SoFi, right? Look at SoFi on the monthly time frame. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4. It had 3, 6, 7, 8 months in a row. That's insane. So we just crashed here. We would expect, quite some upside here. It just printed its first green candle as well. Its first green month. May was the first green month of SoFi. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that very interesting, guys? So, if you want to try the strategy out, try it on SoFi, because it's not you don't want to use the monthly time frame strategy, by the way, at the top, right, near highs, near previous highs. Like once it gets up here, then you stop using this strategy and you switch to something else. But the best time to use the strategy is when stocks have already crashed and you get that first monthly green candle. Because every time this has happened with SoFi, at least, a great example of we reverse and we have plenty of green months ahead, and you're just going to make money buying on the 1st, selling on the last day of that month. Rinse and repeat. So really, if you want to try it out, try it with SoFi. SoFi looks even better because it hasn't run as much as quantum stocks. So you would buy on the 1st, sell on the last of the day, and if SoFi did have a green month, you make money. If it has a red month, cool, you have a nice position in a good company, right? Because at the end of the day, investors are holding this stock, hoping for price appreciation over the course of years. If you're looking to make money month to month, if it's a red month, whatever, you hold and wait for that. You wait for that next green month that sends it up, and you make your money. Right? I think too many people they become impatient, or they overcomplicate things. Right? At the end of the day, if you genuinely believe this is going to be worth more than where it's at, especially after that great earnings and everything that's going on with this one, then why would you care? If you wouldn't care if you buy June 1st and then on the last day of June it's a red month and you're in the red 20%, you shouldn't care. You shouldn't care. Unless the company fundamentals change, you really shouldn't care. If the company fundamentals are still the same and the stock price is just cheaper, whatever, you shouldn't be concerned about it at that point. You should only be concerned if the fundamentals change. Like if SoFi suddenly, I don't know, does something really stupid, does a reverse split or something dumb, then sure, then you would want to take the loss and move on. But if the company fundamentals have not changed, you buy that. You buy this on June 1st. You buy it on you buy it on July 1st. You buy it again on, September, August 1st, and you keep abusing the pattern. Once it gets to those highs, those previous highs up here, then you would stop using the strategy and switch on over, because you don't want to be buying red month after red month after red month and then holding a bag all the way down. So that's really the most important thing, is to avoid using this strategy once you've reached the previous highs. Again, this strategy only works on stocks, on companies that continue to grow over the long term. And that's it for the video. I hope this was enlightening. And again, it's probably not a strategy for people who want to make a quick buck. It's for people who just want to buy on the 1st, take profit on the 30th, and not really have to think about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys.
And I take my chance.